Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, find a way to lose, you can find love. Now, listen, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, become a member of the channel, and leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Look, man, the Gwoat rapper, greatest of all time rapper, Papoose, is dating the Gwoat boxer, greatest woman of all time boxer, Claressa Shields. Listen, people, stop hating on this relationship. Now, what I do want to see, because she had her last fight against a gargantuan, and Papoose was right there supporting her, and she did the business. Unfortunately, she tested, positive for marijuana. I don't think she was smoking. I don't think it had anything to do with anyone she kissed. I just think she happened to be in an environment where it may have gotten in her system, right? You can't make me believe that Claressa Shields, the Gwoat, is going to come out here and take a pull on the devil's lettuce. Like, I just don't see her smoking the devil's lettuce. But what I do think is she's someone who has struggled to find a connection with the male. We know we've seen her buy some guy a Rolex, and she laying there in the bed, and he got his head on her chest, and she's holding him like she's the man and he's the female, talking about my fiance, I got a fiance, my fiance. All that bull crap. Anyway, she comes out, does interviews, is talking about basically being taken advantage of. And what I took from that is like, just whatever guys she was dealing with, they weren't genuine. And what I think happens is, for a lot of people that, perfectionism can really hinder finding a true connection. Now with Papoose, just the little bit I know about the two of them, it seemed like there may have been somewhat of a perfect friendship that may have spiraled into what we see today. Her with whatever she was going through with the individual that didn't work out. Him with the rapper wife, whatever's going on there that didn't work out. And you get these two people who may have been facing some fears, but as a result have been able to confront those fears to unlock what I think could be true potential of a budding love. Now I hear people saying all kind of stuff, man. Being disrespectful to Shields, making fun of Papoose, being disrespectful to Papoose, making fun of Claressa Shields. I'm just being honest with you. I don't see what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? It's something. It's working. Let them keep working at it. Okay? I just think if they're gonna make this relationship work, then there's got to be some self-love there, because that's the foundation of any relationship. I always tell people, no one gonna love you like you love yourself. And just from what I'm gathering, watching the two of them, is that they really help to nurture that quality in each other by allowing Claressa to go train. You're a champion, a boxer. You were doing those things before we got together. I want to make sure you continue to love yourself, love your sport, love being independent. I'm here to support you. I'm in the background, but I'm here. And the same thing with her, with Papoose. Look, I want you to continue loving yourself, loving what you do with the music and entertainment. I'm going to support you, but look, I'm here in the background. You know what I'm saying? But no need to stop what you're doing that you love. No need for me to stop what I'm doing. And when you have two people like that come together, I think it works. And I don't think that what you're looking at is an illusion. I tend to believe that what you're seeing here is genuine. I see people saying, "Oh, Papoose is just hitting that," or Claressa Shields just out here bouncing back. She don't know what she want in a man. She all over the place. No. I couldn't see the two of them having knee-jerk reactions, and especially going public. Although, Papoose's ex, put a little bit of the dirt out there, but I just couldn't see the two of them going public just with the status that they share, unless there was something of significance there. But the bottom line is this, man. When you get into these relationships like what they seem to have going on now, that's not something that you don't just reach that point just sitting back watching TV. Like, there's got to be something there, and you got to be working to cultivate it. Because I know for me, and I wouldn't be trying to come out if I was on a level like the status where they have as like celebrities or public figures. Ain't no in the world you see me out nowhere with no female. Hell no. Especially if I'm still out here first name singling, last name mingling. No way in the world you see me out here with no female, man. Be like, nah, I'm single. Behind the scenes, oh, I'm out here putting in work, but you ain't gonna see me out here with no female. So the fact that he's come out with her and she's come out with him, I think I think it's all legit. But anyway, I want to see how it goes, because I tell you what, man, if she really has something solid in her life here, and he does too, I think they can go far, man. And tell you, man, finances, relationships, man, I seen that shit can bring a man down. It can bring females down too, man. I've seen that shit happen all the time. But anyway, I think people need to cut it out and stop insulting her. And don't get me wrong. With Claressa Shields, I see some of the stuff she does on Twitter. I see the things she posts. And I'm not saying that she's an easy pill to swallow. She just got to learn to listen more and talk less. But if you watch the movie and if you listen to her talk, there's a lot going on there with Claressa Shields. A lot going on there with Claressa Shields. And I think that the fact that she may have someone, at least for this present time, that she feels is that, you know what, he's out here and he's for me. I think that means everything to her, because you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, it can't be more harmful than helpful for what they got going on. Matter of fact, you don't even see Claressa Shields on Twitter that much. Not anymore. Before, she was always on Twitter. You barely even see her on Twitter posting bullshit. So when you timeline all that, you know, he has I think it's the relationship that has a whole lot to do with it. But bottom line is, I just think that whatever connection that the two of them have in each other, I think it's going to pay dividends in her boxing career, and him and his what he's doing is in entertainment, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about all that shit, building a life together and all that. But you know, she out here posting my boo, my baby, my this, my that, you know, whatever. But if that shit crashes and burns, I hope she's ready for that, you know, to continue that cycle of loneliness and disappointment, because them people on Twitter, boy, they are ruthless. Ruthless. Twitter is the most toxic place in social media. I mean, absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's like they find out a little bit about you. And if you're not mentally strong, man, them bozos can take control of your life, can have you making choices that align with their values and not your values, man, and will just totally stump any of the growth of your love for yourself, for these people, man. That's why social media is one of the most horrible places in the world to be spending your day. Anyway, I just thought it was crazy, man, that people be out here, man, hating on Claressa Shields and hating on this rapper, man, talking about she's not over his ex, he's not over his ex, and, you know, they need to heal before they start searching, and this is just something that's going to blow up, man. You need time to reflect, and I'm going to tell you what, man. If you continue to dwell in the past, you can miss out on future opportunities, and you know what, I don't have an issue with what they're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't allow yourself to be paralyzed by fear, and definitely by these bozos on social media, man. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I like what I'm seeing here. Hopefully whatever wall that both of them had around their hearts, they've allowed that to kind of ease so they could come together. But put a wall up around that relationship and don't let these crazy asses on social media get into their personal business. That's where they're going to mess up. Because social media, Twitter especially, shit is brutal. Y'all keep cool. I'm going to go ahead and celebrate the Gwoat, man. Let her be happy. This girl turned pro, As an amateur, whipping everybody ass. As a pro, whipping everybody ass. She ain't really getting the endorsement deals and all the other things. Let me tell you something. If Claressa Shields, I think y'all will understand what I'm saying. Because we're all adults here. If she was a white athlete, female, doing the things she's doing, Claressa Shields would be a gazillionaire. However, I will say this, okay? Because I don't get caught up in the racial bullshit. But when she come out here talking about MF for this, MF for that, N-word this, N-word that, I could see where somebody's like, yo, this is my brand, some kind of athletic apparel. And I want you to be the face of my brand. But I can't touch you because when people who aren't familiar with you, they say, wow, there's this girl, 2 gold medals, 3-time undisputed, different weight divisions, or whatever she is as a pro boxer. Man, amazing. And they go on there and they want to look you up and some shit pops up on Twitter where you out there like, yeah, MF, yeah, you BA, N-word, you N-words, y'all B's this. Like, no, they ain't going to touch you. So this is where she's going to have to rebrand herself and maybe having someone like a significant other in her life can help to rebrand her. But I do think if some people are going to say, it doesn't matter what, man, because she a black woman, then she'll never be treated fairly. Look, I'll tell you this. You can have that argument. I'm not. But what I will tell you is, for me, I learned a long time ago, attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. Your image is everything, okay? And you only get a second to give a first impression. When it comes to her as an athlete, I haven't heard anyone say that she's not the truth. It's outside the ring. How she conducts herself, how she talks, is what hurts her. Still doesn't mean she doesn't deserve more than what she's received. But I do believe right off the jump, a lot of these companies weren't interested in attaching themselves to her. Because look, man, this is just being real. There's a look that they go for. And when I say look, I'm not talking about race. They want you to be like, look at Sugar Ray Leonard. Kind of clean cut. A lot of people felt he was handsome. Look at Anthony Joshua. Same thing. People thought he was handsome, could fight. Sugar Ray could fight. Physique, well-spoken. Like, it's a whole person concept there. So anyone out here who's saying that that's not true, they're wrong. But with Claressa Shields, you know, it's like Larry Merchant was saying when he was comparing Floyd Mayweather with De La Hoya. He said Floyd Mayweather, he's good looking. De La Hoya is handsome. You know, Floyd Mayweather is a good fighter. De La Hoya is a great fighter. He was comparing them. Now, I don't agree with Merchant, but I understand what he was trying to say as far as their marketability. When you take a look at Claressa Shields, and you take a look at a Katie Taylor, okay? I don't find Katie Taylor attractive at all, but the way she fights, the way she speaks, the way she conducts herself, she's very religious as well. Claressa Shields is the opposite of that. And I'm not saying she should totally overhaul who she is, but sometimes refinements are necessary. If she really wants to get to where she wants to be financially and to be respected the way she feels she deserves based on of her efforts as an athlete. But it's a process. I think she'll get there. Look, man, I don't know how old she is. She ain't 30 yet, I don't think. But for me, I was young once, and I made a lot of mistakes. So me now at 49, my mentality is different. But I can look at her, and I ain't judging her. But I can tell you, it's hard for me to listen to her. Just like it'd probably be very hard for me to listen to myself in my 20s. Although I was a smart guy, finished school, I was a hothead. And, you know, I spoke with a lot of slang. I cussed a lot, you know what I mean? I made a lot of mistakes. I'm not that guy anymore. It's still in me, but I'm definitely not that guy anymore. But it took time. It took missing out on certain opportunities for me to stop one day and say, okay, what the hell is going on here? And once I realized my deficiencies, I was able to make the tweaks. And, you know, life has been great since. So for Claressa Shields, the Gwoat rapper Papoose is dating the Gwoat boxer Claressa. I think she can get it right. Like, I really think she should be a billionaire. That's just me. But you gotta have a billionaire attitude, billionaire conversation, billionaire mind. You gotta have to want people. You gotta have a billionaire type of attraction about you. And I ain't just talking about physical. It's a whole person concept, man. And she still got some work to do, but I think she can get there. Especially if she got the right person in her life. Anyway, man, y'all quit hating on her and Papoose. What she say? Franchon, you did that, girl. Franchon. Yo, I'm in the breeze.